Greetings, fellow movie enthusiasts. Now, we're going to take a look at one of the most popular animated TV shows of recent times, PAW Patrol. Specifically, we're going to dive into the first season of the show, which aired back in 2014. This show has captured the hearts of many, and it's not hard to see why. So without further ado, let's explore one interesting fact about each episode of the first season of PAW Patrol. Fact 1: Pups and the Kitty-tastrophe. Episode 1. The first episode of PAW Patrol introduces us to the heroic pups and their leader, Ryder. Interestingly, the character of Ryder was originally going to be a girl named Katie in the show's early development stages. Fact 2: Pups Save the Penguins. Episode 2. In this episode, the pups work together to save a group of penguins who have wandered into Adventure Bay. The animators consulted with real-life marine biologists to ensure that the penguins' movements were accurately portrayed on screen. Fact 3: Pups Save a Dolphin Pup. Episode 3. In addition to marine biologists, the PAW Patrol team also consulted with a veterinarian for this episode to ensure that the portrayal of the dolphin pup's injury and subsequent rescue were medically accurate. Fact 4: Pups and the Bouncy Bunnies. Episode 4. This episode features a group of adorable bunnies who have taken over the town, causing chaos and mischief. Interestingly, the animators used motion capture technology to ensure that the bunnies' movements were realistic. Fact 5: Pups Save the Bay. Episode 5. In this episode, the PAW Patrol team works together to clean up the polluted waters of Adventure Bay. The episode was praised by environmental groups for its positive message about taking care of our planet. Fact 6: Pups Save a Goodway. Episode 6. Mayor Goodway gets into a bit of a sticky situation in this episode when she gets stuck in a tree while trying to rescue her pet chicken, Chick-O-Letter. The scene was inspired by a real-life incident involving a mayor who got stuck in a tree while trying to rescue a cat. Fact 7: Pups Save a School Day. Episode 7. This episode features a cameo by the late Stan Lee, the creator of many beloved Marvel superheroes. Lee voices a school bus driver named Stanley who gets stranded on a broken bridge. Fact 8: Pups Turn on the Lights. Episode 8. The pups have their work cut out for them in this episode when a power outage plunges Adventure Bay into darkness. The scene where the pups use their glow-in-the-dark collars to guide a group of lost bats was inspired by a real-life event where a group of firefighters used glow sticks to guide their way out of a dark building. Fact 9: Pups Save a Pool Day. Episode 9. In this episode, the pups team up with a group of merepups to save a pool from a giant octopus. The merepups were originally going to be a recurring character, but were ultimately written out of the show. Fact 10: Pups and the Big Chill. Episode 10. In this winter-themed episode, the pups help a group of stranded baby penguins find their way back to their colony. Interestingly, the baby penguins' designs were based on the real-life species, Adelie penguins. Fact 11: Pups Save a Hoedown. Episode 11. In this episode, the pups help Farmer Al and his farm animals get ready for a hoedown. The episode features a catchy original song, Pup Pup Boogie, that was written specifically for the show. Fact 12: Pups Save a Chicken of the Sea. Episode 12. In this episode, the pups go on a seafaring adventure to save a group of chickens who have accidentally drifted out to sea. The title of the episode is a play on the brand Chicken of the Sea, which is known for its canned tuna. Fact 13: Pups Make a Splash. Episode 13. The final episode of the first season sees the pups taking part in a water sport competition. Interestingly, the character of Suma, who specializes in water rescues, was added to the show later in the development process to provide the team with a water-based member. Fact 14: Pups Save the Day. Episode 14. In this episode, the pups are called upon to rescue Mayor Goodway and her pet chicken, Chick-O-Letter, who have gotten stuck on a zipline. Interestingly, the voice actress who plays Mayor Goodway, Deanda Gruicher, is also the voice of Chick-O-Letter. Fact 15: Pups and the Very Big Baby. Episode 15. In this episode, the pups encounter a giant baby who has wandered away from its parents. The baby's design was based on a real-life toddler who visited the production studio during the show's early development stages. Fact 16: Pups and the Kitty Whisperer. Episode 16. The title of this episode is a play on the term horse whisperer, which refers to someone who has a special ability to communicate with horses. In the episode, the pups use their own whispering skills to help a lost kitten find its way home. Fact 17: Pups Save a Train. Episode 17. In this episode, the pups work together to stop a runaway train. Interestingly, the train's design was based on the real-life Canadian Pacific Railway, which runs through the show's home province of British Columbia. Fact 18: Pup Pup Boogie. Episode 18. This episode features a musical talent show, where the pups get to show off their dancing skills. The original song Pup Pup Boogie, which was introduced in episode 11, makes a return appearance. Fact 19: Pups in a Fog. Episode 19. In this spooky episode, the pups must navigate through a thick fog to rescue a group of stranded hikers. The episode's atmospheric setting was inspired by the classic horror film, The Fog. Fact 20: Pup Pup Boost. Episode 20. In this episode, the pups help farmer Yumi find her missing goslings. The title is a play on the classic children's game, Duck, Duck, Goose. Fact 21: Pup Pup and Away. Episode 21. The pups take to the skies in this high-flying adventure, where they must rescue a stranded pilot and her airplane. The episode's aerial scenes were based on real-life aviation practices and procedures. Fact 22: Pups on Ice. Episode 22. In this winter-themed episode, the pups must rescue a group of stranded baby animals who have wandered onto a frozen lake. The episode's icy setting was inspired by the real-life Icefields Parkway in Alberta, Canada. Fact 23: Pups and the Snow Monster. Episode 23. The pups encounter a fearsome snow monster in this episode, but quickly learn that appearances can be deceiving. Interestingly, the snow monster's design was based on the real-life myth of the Yeti. Fact 24: Pups Save Christmas. Episode 24. In this heartwarming holiday special, the pups work together to save Christmas for the citizens of Adventure Bay. The episode features appearances by Santa Claus and his reindeer, as well as a special rendition of Jingle Bells sung by the pups themselves. Fact 25: Pups Get a Rubble. Episode 25. In this episode, the pups welcome a new member to their team, Rubble, a construction pup with a big heart. Interestingly, Rubble's character was originally going to be a female pup named Rocky, but was later changed to a male character to balance out the gender ratio of the team. Fact 26: Pups Save a Walrus. Episode 26. The final episode of the first season sees the pups teaming up with a walrus to stop a couple of scheming seals from taking over the bay. Interestingly, the animators consulted with marine biologists to ensure that the walrus's movements and behaviors were accurately portrayed on screen. And there you have it, 26 interesting facts about the first season of PAW Patrol. This show has captured the hearts of many, and it's not hard to see why. From its lovable characters to its exciting adventures, there's something for everyone in this fun and engaging series.